Cheesy dialogue and happy endings are in trouble once again. And who better to come to the rescue of movie world than that high-flying cinematic hero, Viewtiful Joe. Joe returns for his second adventure in Viewtiful Joe 2, which gives you plenty more of the wacky action and unique style that made the original game so great. Overall, Viewtiful Joe 2 brings a few additions to its already proven formula, making it another great and quirky action game. If you played the first Viewtiful Joe, you'll feel immediately at home in its sequel, but newcomers will find this is a side-scroller with some truly novel and pleasing tricks up its sleeve. Joe and his girlfriend Sylvia once again find themselves inside the world of the cinema, this time in a place called Movie World. They'll be fighting against the Black Emperor and a bizarre menagerie of enemies as they attempt to recover a smattering of rainbow-colored Oscar statues.
Fear me, you spineless vermin! I am the Black Emperor!
Earth will soon find itself a victim once more. Oh, Red Hero, save us from the brink of extinction! If you can't do it, no one can.
You'll fight your way through a multitude of levels patterned loosely after big hits from movie history. The game puts its own slightly nutty spin on all this source material, giving it a very unique sense of style. As an action movie star, Joe returns with a wide array of punches, kicks, uppercuts, sweeps, and the ever-present double jump. But what really sets him apart from the average video game hero is his VFX powers, which allow him to speed up and slow down time, as well as bring the camera in for a close-up so he can perform much flashier attacks. VFX powers make it a lot easier to take out enemies and dodge incoming attacks, which makes Joe's life a little easier because there will be plenty of attacks coming your way. You'll also need your powers to solve the game's numerous mind-bending puzzles. This time, Joe won't act alone. With a new feature called the Viewtiful Touch, you can swap him out and play as his girlfriend Sylvia, who moves faster and comes armed with a laser pistol. Sylvia has the slowdown and zoom-in powers that Joe has, but she loses the speed-up power in favor of Record, the game's one new VFX ability. This power lets you essentially replicate your last action 3 times over, which comes in handy in a lot of fighting situations. Your VFX powers also come into play while you're solving the game's puzzles, which are both plentiful and perplexing. Viewtiful Joe 2 ratchets up the puzzle component a bit over its predecessor, presenting some puzzles that are pretty tough to solve. You'll have to use your special powers and even switch between characters quickly in some cases to find the solutions. The hardest puzzles can slow down the action a little bit when you have to stop for a long time to figure them out. Throughout the game, you can earn bonus points called Viewtifuls, which can be used between levels to purchase even more complex and fancy special moves. You'll even get to take control of Joe's vehicle, the Six Machine, turning the game into a shooter for a few minutes. Overall, the game offers a whole lot of variety in its action. When Viewtiful Joe hit the GameCube last year, it had a really unique look. Viewtiful Joe 2 is here with, well, that exact same style. This one still looks just as great. The cel-shaded characters and backgrounds make it look like a wacky cross between a movie and a comic book. If you played the first game, you've seen it before, but this is still a great looking game. Viewtiful Joe 2 is similar enough to the first Viewtiful Joe that if you played that game, you'll already know what to expect. It's got the same kinds of action with a few enhancements, not to mention some devilish new puzzles. If you haven't played the first Viewtiful Joe, you owe it to yourself to check out one of the most innovative action game concepts in the last few years, and this sequel is a great place to start.